Wike has dropped another heavy statement that is shaking Nigerian politics. He called out Atiku Abubakar and Aminu Tambuwal, describing them as people who cannot be trusted because they keep changing their stand whenever it suits them. He said this live on national television, and you know when Wike talks, he doesn't hide words, he says it straight. Please, if you're watching right now, remember to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss updates like this. The main issue started after Tambuwal went on the same program and openly said that if he has to choose leadership, he will always choose Atiku over Wike. That statement touched Wike deeply, and he reminded Nigerians of what happened during the PDP primary. He said when Tambuwal stepped down and directed delegates to vote for Atiku, that was betrayal, and not just ordinary betrayal, but a pattern that he believes has happened more than once. He used the words, consistent betrayers. Strong words for men who have shared the same political family for years. Now let us look at why this matter is shaking things. These three men are not just small figures. Atiku is a former vice president and still one of the biggest names in opposition politics. Tambuwal is a former governor and a senator with deep influence in the north. Wike, as you know, is minister of the FCT and controls strong support in Rivers and beyond. When these men are clashing, it is not ordinary quarrel. It has meaning for alliances, party unity, and even for 2027 elections. And don't forget to like this video right now and subscribe because this is how you will stay updated on stories like this. Wike's anger did not come from nowhere. He reminded people of the primary where he believed Tambuwal sacrificed loyalty for political deals. He said it is not about leadership or principles, it is about betrayal of trust. He told the story clearly, Tambuwal stepping down, giving Atiku support, and leaving him behind after promises were made. And he said this is not the first time, it is a repeated behavior. He used those strong words to underline that trust is broken. What does this mean for the party? PDP has always had challenges with internal unity. From governors clashing, to delegates moving, to presidential aspirants stepping aside. This fresh clash shows the old wounds have not healed. It may affect how the party prepares for the next general election. Because, let us be real, without unity and clear leadership, no party can stand strong in front of APC or any ruling power. If you agree or disagree, drop your comments below. And please, like and subscribe right now. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. In Nigerian politics, alliances matter. Who you stand with and who you turn against can change your destiny. When Tambuwal supported Atiku, it helped Atiku secure momentum at that time. But when Wike brings back that memory and calls it betrayal, he is shaping how people will see Tambuwal and Atiku going forward. This is not just personal insult, it is a calculated political move. Wike is protecting his brand as someone who does not tolerate betrayal. If we look at timing, this is also important. Why speak now? One reason could be 2027. Wike is showing that he will not bow down quietly. He wants his supporters to know he is still fighting and still relevant. Another reason could be to send message to PDP leaders, you cannot ignore him when it comes to strategy and deals. This is politics, nothing is random. Every word, every outburst, is calculated. But let us not forget the human side. Ordinary Nigerians see this and sometimes feel tired. Because when leaders are fighting over betrayal and loyalty, the people are waiting for plans on jobs, security, and cost of living. Many will say, we don't want quarrels, we want solutions. That is why these public fights sometimes we can trust. Nigerians already feel that politicians care more about themselves than the masses. So every time Wike, Atiku, or Tambuwal throw words, people ask, what about us? What about the voters? Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want me to keep breaking this down clearly for you. So what next? Short term, we should expect reactions. Tambuwal's camp may answer, Atiku may respond or stay silent, but media will not let this die quickly. It will be headlines, it will be debated in talk shows, and social media will catch fire. Medium term, it may affect delegate movement and negotiations inside the party. Long term, it could even push people to look outside PDP for alliances. Remember, Nigerian politics changes quickly. What we see today can be a different story tomorrow. And for voters, what should you watch? Look out for follow-up interviews from these men. If they give details, it adds weight. If they just keep talking general words, then it may be just politics. Also watch who local party leaders begin to support openly. Endorsements are louder than quarrels. And lastly, see if any of these leaders talk policy. Because if they only trade insults and no plan for economy or security, then voters must demand better. So that is the full gist. Wike called Atiku and Tambuwal consistent betrayers. Tambuwal earlier said he prefers Atiku's leadership, and the back and forth is another sign that PDP's unity is shaking as 2027 draws nearer. The story is loud, but the meaning is deeper. It is about trust, it is about alliances, and it is about Nigeria's political future. Please like this video now, subscribe, and share it with your friends so they can also follow the story. Alright, let's continue the gist and move into the reactions and what this really means on the ground for Rivers, the North, and ordinary Nigerians. Please, as I continue, don't forget to like this video right now and subscribe, so that you don't miss the next updates. The first reactions came from political watchers and Nigerians online. Many people in Rivers State, who see Wike as their strong man, are clapping for him and saying he only spoke the truth, that politicians betray for personal gain. They argue that he is fearless and always says what others are scared to say. But on the other hand, supporters of Atiku and Tambuwal are calling Wike a troublemaker, saying he is the one dividing the party with his constant outbursts. This split reaction is exactly how Nigerian politics plays. Every camp protects their own. In Rivers itself, this kind of talk from Wike boosts his reputation as someone who never forgives betrayal. He has always portrayed himself as a fighter who will protect his base and call out anyone, even his own allies, if they cross him. That image works well in Rivers politics where loyalty is highly valued. So in his region, these words strengthen his grassroots hold. Don't forget, hit that like button and subscribe if you're still with me. Now in the North, things are different. Tambuwal has his own influence, and Atiku too has massive structures there. For their supporters, Wike's words may not damage much. In fact, some northern leaders may even use this as fuel to show that Wike is anti-North or only fighting for himself. Politics in Nigeria is always regional. What boosts you in one zone can weaken you in another. So, as Wike gains momentum in Rivers, he may lose some sympathy in the North. But for ordinary Nigerians, many people are just tired. People say, instead of calling each other names, why not call out the insecurity in the country? Why not talk about fuel prices, joblessness, or the naira? Nigerians are practical, they want food on the table, not quarrels on TV. Some say Wike, Atiku, and Tambuwal should use that same energy they are using to fight each other to present real solutions. And please, if you agree with that, show support by liking this video right now and subscribing to the channel. This back and forth is also a reminder of how fragile opposition politics can be in Nigeria. PDP was once the ruling party, now it is struggling to stay united. Every division, every insult, makes it weaker against the ruling APC. If they cannot fix their house before 2027, the ruling party will face a weaker challenge, and that is not good for democracy. Because democracy works better when opposition is strong, not when it is busy fighting itself. Looking at Rivers and Abuja together, Wike is trying to play double roles. As FCT Minister, he holds a national office under the ruling party. As a PDP leader, he is still a voice in the opposition. This is where confusion comes in. Some Nigerians ask, how can you be inside APC government and still fighting PDP battles? Others argue that it only shows his political survival skills. He always keeps himself relevant in both camps. What do you think? Drop it in the comments, and while you type, also remember to like this video and subscribe. If you listen closely, Wike is not just talking for today. He is positioning himself for tomorrow. Even if he does not run in 2027, his words, his fights, and his influence will decide who gets what. That is why his clash with Atiku and Tambuwal is not small matter. It is a rehearsal for bigger battles to come. So the question remains, will PDP survive this quarrel? Will Atiku forgive and bring everyone together again? Will Tambuwal continue to stand by Atiku? And will Wike calm down or increase his fire? These are the things that will shape the next chapter. Alright, let's round up the gist nicely. And please, as I close, don't forget to like this video right now and subscribe, so you will not miss the next hot updates. The whole matter is simple but very serious. Wike called Atiku and Tambuwal consistent betrayers live on TV. He reminded Nigerians of how Tambuwal stepped down and gave support to Atiku during PDP primaries, and he framed it as betrayal of trust. Tambuwal had earlier said he would always choose Atiku's leadership over Wike's, and that is what sparked this heavy response. The clash has shown once again that PDP is still divided, and that unity is far away. Wike has strengthened his base in Rivers and the South, but risks losing ground in the North where Atiku and Tambuwal remain strong. For ordinary Nigerians, the truth is they are more concerned about the economy, security, and daily struggles than political quarrels. Still, these fights matter because they will shape alliances and decisions as we approach 2027. So, the gist is this: Wike is fighting to keep his name strong, Atiku is keeping his structures alive, Tambuwal is protecting his alliance, and Nigerians are watching it all like a movie. What happens next will decide if PDP can challenge APC strongly, or if their divisions will weaken them again. That's the full gist. If you enjoyed it, please like this video right now, subscribe, and share so more people can join the conversation. And drop your thoughts in the comments: is Wike right to call them betrayers, or is this just politics as usual?